Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So my name is Alif Faiez by Arisman SUSANTO. So I'll be presenting the case study 27, which is the Wood Buffalo National Park, Threat and Possible Solution for a World Heritage Site by Kevin McNamee.
Okay, so after I have read the case study about the Wood Buffalo National Park, so where the issue arise? So the issue arise at the World Heritage Site, which is built in 1983, which is in Canada. The national park is built up because of it contain very many of biological value, such as ecosystem, such as the species, and also such as the minerals in there. So it is built up mainly to conserving and preserving the buffalo population. Although it's a national park, but it have many issues towards the national park because of the degradation of its value. So the conflict that happened in that national park is that the public want to eliminate the national park because of the disease bison that will affect the cattle sector and also the nearby bison herds. And the Canadian Nature Federation want to preserve the area because of its biological value and how important the national park to doing research and also science formation. So right, I just told you about the conflict. So right now we will talk about who is involved in the conflict. So there are three main who is involved in the conflict, which is the development interest, the environmentalists, and also the native community. So the development interest, which is the government and also the public, because public want to eliminate the national park, so it want to develop that place. So that's who are involved in the conflict. After telling you about the who involved in the conflict, so right now I want to tell you who the one will take care the conflict. So in my view, there are about two sides which is need to take care of the conflict, which is the government and also the board member of the national park, which is the seven person, which is mainly from the native community representative, foreign sector cattle sector, and also the federal agency and the NGO, which is the Canada Nature Federation. So the two parties need to involve in order to take care of the conflict and to resolve the conflict in a good way and a good manner. After introduce you to both parties, which is the government and also the board member of the national park. So what the measures that have been used to resolve the problem, the issues. Which is firstly they are doing the approach to the stakeholder, which is with the forum by the CNF, Canada Nature Federation, to talk about the importance of the biological value because of the public want to eliminate the national park because they only see the problem, which is the disease bison. So in this forum, they have a talk about how important the national park towards the biological value, which is for the research, for the science information, the ecosystem, how it's correlate to our daily life, and how to know the population dynamic, and by preserving the national park, they want to know how to solve the disease of the bison. So the first measure is to doing the approach to the stakeholders, which is the public. So secondly, yes, using the power of stakeholders. So when the CNF have the public interest about preserving the stakeholders, so the government, it will affect the governmentation or want to preserve or want to develop the national park. So that's how they use the power of stakeholders. So by using the public interest, so they favor to conserve the area because of what the forum have thought, what the information they get. So they change the view of the problem. So because the bison disease, this is a minor problem, is the population of the disease bison is stable, so not highly affected the cattle sector and also the nearby bison herd. Yes. So the third one is using the legal formal, which is after they have talked, they have approached the stakeholder. So using the legal formal, which is the court. So they have a court decision to fight the national park. So after fighting the right to the national park, so they win the case. The DSNI win the case by having the illegal logging happen in the national park. So continue. I found the framework to resolve the conflict. First thing, getting started by having a discussion of the board member, the 70% to have discussion to develop or not. So when they have getting started by having the board discussion, so they determine the role of each other, which is the stakeholder, which is who will want to involve, who will involve in that conflict, in that issue. So after having the determination role and also the starting of discussion, so they have assessment. So when assessment, the CNF has suggesting how the national park affect the life, which is they suggesting that it will enhance the understanding of the science and biological value of the area. So how important the value of the area. So after that, we have the approach of stakeholders. So they approach stakeholders by having the public interest, by having the talk, to have the public view differently, beside the problem, but also have the benefit of the national park. So when having the talk, so the view of the public become favorable to conserve the area. So after that, you have the implementation. So implementation, they're going for the legal formal, which is having a court decision to have the right to preserve the area, the national park. So that's all for case study 27, and that's all from me. Thank you.